everyone. My name is Jeremy Schachter with Fairway Independent Mortgage. I'm excited today to have another guest. Her name is Sharane Dorrah, and I'm going to pick her up now. We're going to talk about the market and a few things that are important that I would like to come across and get to know a little bit more with Sharane.
Hi,
Hey,
Jeremy.
Sharane.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Awesome. Even better now that I'm with you.
Welcome to our show.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, so thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah.
So when I think of you and I think of your whole empire, I call it.
Okay. You're very gracious.
First thing that comes to my mind is style. You have amazing,
you.
impeccable, classic style. I
Thank
follow
you.
you on Instagram, and I
Thank
think
you.
everyone else should because you have really great, a really good sense of style.
Thank you.
So as we come into the holiday season with Thanksgiving approaching as well as Christmas, I just want to hear like tidbits of like really maybe some pieces that people can bring into their home or
Okay.
what makes something a classic, like that rarely
Okay.
ever go out of style or whatever your knowledge would be.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, hi everybody. I would say keep it simple. I
Okay.
think a lot of times people overthink everything and they think the more they throw at it, whether it be a room or a Christmas tree or a centerpiece, that it'll be better. And that's not necessarily true. So even if it's farmhouse or soft modern or mid-century, sometimes less is more. So for just simple holidays, I think that like it's amazing what you can do with like simple greens,
Okay.
tea lights, and for Thanksgiving, not Halloween, we just did that. Thanksgiving, white pumpkins. Like go to Trader Joe's.
Okay.
Buy $5 worth of greens, 6 little pumpkins, and 4 tea lights, and you can set up the most beautiful centerpiece for Thanksgiving. And it's that simple.
Right.
And it will work with anybody, and it can work in a $200,000 house or a $2 million house. It doesn't matter. It
Right.
just works.
It just works.
So
It's simple.
I say simple.
Okay.
Is the big thing, and greenery always goes a million miles, and it works with every style.
Okay. And how long have you been a real estate agent? Quite a long time.
I have been. I'm only 29, so it hasn't been that long. I have been in real estate since 2002.
Wow. Very long
Yes,
time.
so it's been quite a while, and I've been a real estate agent, and for 9 years now, a broker.
Okay.
I've been an investor through the highs and the lows,
Sure.
and so yeah, I've seen a little bit of everything. But in terms of style, classic always stays.
Right, okay.
And like right now, light and bright is really popular.
Okay.
So for people that are thinking about selling their house,
Sure.
paint goes so far.
Right,
Whether
right.
it's just the walls and or cabinetry.
Sure.
Just to lighten it up and get it more relevant to today's market.
Today's market. Okay. Really good information.
Does that help?
It does help.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
Absolutely. And can't say enough about your Instagram. So
Thank you.
Yeah, so I want to plug that again.
Thank
It-
you.
it-
Yeah, it's SharaneDorrah.com or Sharane Dorrah, and I actually I wear a few different hats. So I am going to be breaking off Sharane Dorrah Real Estate here in the next few weeks.
Okay.
And I'll still have Sharane Dorrah.
Sure.
Because I talk about on the real estate, I'll talk really in depth about real estate and maybe not so much about what I'm doing that Saturday for fun or whatever.
Gotcha. And what are you seeing in the market right now?
Okay.
So like,
Okay.
I know different price points have different
Yes.
advantages and disadvantages. So
Yes, very much
just
so.
like briefly, like overall, like a three.
So I think the media goes nuts.
Yes.
And everybody's freaking out, like, oh my God, here comes the big crash. And
Right.
and here's the facts. I like facts. I'm a very factual girl. So we've definitely seen a little bit of an adjustment.
Sure.
And I think that it's been the convergence of a slight tick up in mortgage rates, which you can talk about
Right.
way better than
Yes.
I can.
Sure.
But also we've had an incredible market of just appreciation.
Right.
And so now we're meeting this point where for some buyers, affordability is becoming a little bit more of an issue. That monthly payment's coming a little bit harder. But what we're really seeing is that that's really affecting the first-time home buyer, and that's really, if you look at all the stats and all the numbers, it's under 400,000 where we're really seeing that impact.
Okay.
My market that I primarily work, which is more central Scottsdale and kind of edges into PV,
Sure.
it's hard to get into a property under 400,000, so we're not seeing that change.
Okay.
We're definitely seeing a little bit, but we're still a seller's market. We're
Right.
still 90 days on average, and good things that are prepped for market and appropriately priced are still selling like
Right.
this.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's where we are today. I don't
Perfect.
know. Does that make sense?
It does. It
Yeah,
does.
yeah. So I think it's
Yeah.
always super market specific.
Okay.
Not even within zip code, but zip code price point. So you guys talk to your local experts, whoever they are, in the area, and they can tell you really what's happening, but I think what I'm seeing in my market is it's still a really good market. I mean, 90 days on market is nuts.
Right.
Good. And if anything, we're kind of more balanced, which is better for everybody.
Right, a balanced market is not a bad thing at
It's
all.
a really good thing.
Okay,
It's a good thing.
and then briefly, just a quick story. What was the craziest story that no one would ever believe, like in 30 seconds?
There's so many. I have walked in on people. I've walked in on homes that were supposed to be vacant and they weren't vacant, which is always interesting. One guy was taking a shower. I did not run into him in the shower, thank God. But it was awkward anyways because it was literally listed as vacant. I walked in with somebody and that was really uncomfortable. He came out in a towel. That was weird.
That wasn't the selling point of the house.
He didn't help the house.
Okay.
No. And if you're watching this, you know who you are. One of the most interesting, I've had hoarders. I think all of us have had hoarders, like true hoarders. That's more uncomfortable than weird. Probably the strangest was I had a listing appointment for a very, we'll call them eclectic couple.
Okay.
They're long gone. They've since moved out of the company, so I'm safe to say this. But one of the selling points in their mind was in their master bedroom. They had wall-to-wall leopard print carpet.
Oh, okay. Nice.
And it kind of wrapped up the wall a bit.
Oh, okay.
And then they had, and purple walls. And then on the ceiling, which thank God I looked up, there was above the master bed was a huge mirror.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I was like...
Was it Hugh Hefner's listing?
I wish. No, it was not. That I'm aware of. But anyway, so that was interesting because at the end of the day, I always tell people, like, your home is your palace.
Right.
Rock what you've got. Do what you want. People want design tips and stuff, and I'm happy to do that, particularly when we're selling because we're trying to appeal to masses. But at the end of the day, if you love purple and leopard print and mirror, like, I think you should do that. Like, this is your sacred space. But when you're going to sell, it's a little different because we're trying to make it appealing. So it was a little bit hard because I didn't want to offend them, and they really didn't understand why this wouldn't be amazing and like be the focal point of the house. So that was probably the funniest one.
Yeah,
I got a lot of mileage out of that with my girlfriends over wine.
You know what? I love that one.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Sharane. I really appreciate
you're the best.
Yeah, coming on the this video show, and I really appreciate your knowledge, and I respect you so much. So
anytime.
Thank you so much.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
And have a wonderful holiday.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.